viewers and welcome to Markets and Money Control. I am Mariam Faruqi and on this segment we bring to you all that's buzzing on Dalal Street. In today's session we saw that market hit historic highs in opening trade driven by PSU banks, and this comes after government announced rupees 2.1 lakh crore recap program. Did market continue its winning streak? We will find out, but first a look at the headlines. We all have been waiting for the Gujarat election dates and now they are out. It will be conducted in two phases on December 9 and 14, and the counting will take place on December 18. On the IPO front, General Insurance Corporation made its stock market debut today, but it opened lower, falling as much as 14.5%. And on the bright side, we saw that Reliance Nippon's IPO was fully subscribed within few minutes of its opening. These were some of the updates. Now it's time for the market chat. Joining us is Utresh from Money Control's market team. Hi Utresh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mariam.
So you were talking about the recap program in morning. So what kind of impact did we see on D Street today?
A huge impact that we saw on the D Street today. Both the Sensex and the Nifty, they had a massive rally, record opening, record intraday high and a record closing. Not something that you would use in one sentence these days, isn't it? Anyway, so a rally in PSU banks is something that led to the huge up move that we saw on both Sensex and the Nifty. And all in all, it was a very strong day of trade today.
So could you also elaborate more on other trends that we saw on D Street and in global markets?
See, as far as global markets are concerned, it started on a very strong note this morning, but now the trends are looking slightly mixed. Asian markets, there was a very strong handover from Wall Street yesterday. So Asian markets today, they opened on a very high note, but I think through the course of the day, there has been some profit booking there. So they were trading mixed. Frontline indices there, such as Nikkei, have actually lost about a few hundred odd points. Apart from that, the European markets, they also actually started on a very flat note. Investors are seen digesting some earnings statistics there, and because of which there's some caution there, and that's why you see that flat moves on the European markets. Now coming back to India, Sensex actually ended about 460 points higher, Nifty about 80 odd points higher, just a tad below 10,300 mark, 10,295 to be precise. So there was all in all a very good move. PSU banks, like Mariam mentioned earlier, the 2.1 lakh recap program, that's led to a rally there. Also what has happened is experts are saying that now this has become a preferred segment in the banking or in the financial space. So the money was moving from private and NBFCs to PSU banks, which is what led to the rally there. Punjab National Bank in that particular sector, beg your pardon, we saw 49% high move on that particular stock, followed by SBI, ICICI Bank and Axis Bank. They also gained up to 26%. On the losing side though, like you mentioned, private banks and NBFCs, Kotak Mahindra Bank, HDFC Bank, Bajaj Finance, they actually lost between 3 and 6%. So all in all, these banks and financials, that were the ones in focus today. Not to forget infrastructure stocks as well. The 7 lakh crore investment program by the government into infra projects and job creation projects, that led to a rally in stocks, largely the highway or other road construction companies such as L&T, MEP Infra, IRB Infra, IL&FS Transport. Among these, of course, the list is very exhaustive. They all gained between 2 and 19% intraday. Very strong moves there. And as far as the losing side is concerned, we saw pharmaceutical stocks, that pharma index was actually in the red today, Mariam.
Well, you mentioned about the highway project. So the Bharatmala project looks very interesting, don't you think so?
It does, it does. I mean, hopefully it's going to be a very smooth road ahead, you know.
So Utresh, we all need to manage our portfolios well. So you mentioned about bank stocks and infra stocks. So apart from that, a quick check on gainers and losers?
I don't think there's anything apart from that, the kind of rally that we've seen in the stocks that we mentioned. So the top gainers actually included stocks such as SBI, ICICI Bank, Ultratech Cement, L&T. These were the stocks that were on the top gainers for both Sensex and the Nifty. Whereas on the losing side, we had Kotak Mahindra Bank, HDFC Bank. Investors were not very happy in that particular stock today.
Thank you, Utresh. That's all for now. But for more cues, views and analysis, log on to moneycontrol.com.
Bye.